bottles. We cut her back to one a day now. We're gonna go and get some crate feed, because we can get it in tote bags. So we're gonna get some tote bags and start setting these guys up. Sorry about that. Setting these guys up because there is 3 bottle babies. Well, technically 3 bottle babies in here. It's all right. Don't you dare! She hit you hard. Hey, babies. I know. You're very needy, but you're also quite violent. Hey, darling. Hey, wee girl. Hey. Oh, there's a guy. Deadpool. And then there's Chancer. Oh, I'm getting beat up now. Oh, we're... Oh my gosh, you guys are terrible. Oh, and then there's Bebop. Her headbutts are different. Her headbutts are going in a certain place. Stop it, you little beggars. How about you headbutt each other? Do that. Go on. Headbutt each other. Okay, I gotta go because I'm gonna meet you all around at the cows. Hey, Miss Ty. Yeah. This is Harry's grandma. Look at that for a chunky monkey. Oh my gosh. I don't do shoutouts very often. There's a new channel I've been watching. Hey, Connor. You should all give it a watch. Hey, bird. It's called Pride Ranch. And some of you might be getting the wrong impression. There's a little dipping dot when I say Pride Ranch. See, I like watching ranching videos, but I also like seeing something different. Bowie, you have knocked it out of the park again, darling. That is a beautiful heifer. Look at that. I love that chestnut color. Not as pretty as Mama, though. Baby girl. You are an absolute stunner. Hey, MJ. Now, what makes Pride Ranch worth a watching, and I really do recommend you all go over and watch it. Now, before I tell you the basis of the channel, I'm going to tell you about their cows. And it's something that, if I could, I probably would. They have Brangus. Now, a lot of you already know what that is, but for those who don't, Brangus, and they are black. The Black Angus with the strong undertone like we do with Hereford, they do it with Brahma. Hey, Marmar. Some boy. So, yeah, what's the lure of a Brangus? Well, Brangus, we have a couple of cows that you would swear they were Brangus. They're not, because, well, you don't get Brahma this far north. Hey, Sammy. And ironically, I'm looking at Sammy, because she definitely would not be Brangus. They have massive ears. Great big droopy long ears. Everybody seems to be quite far down. Yeah, they're just the most interesting cows because they're bodied like Angus. They don't have the shoulders like a Brahma, because you know how Brahma have the big like floppy thing on their shoulders, their neck. These don't. But these, and they all, well, depending on how far bred to the Brahma they are, but yeah, they have these big, they're probably another 20% longer than normal Angus ears, but they come out the side and down, so when they run, it's the most comical thing. But they're beautiful looking cows. Now, the other part to the Pride Ranch, it's in Texas, and they are a black family. You don't see that often in our industry. Ranching, cattle farming. They are out there, but you just don't see it very often. So the fact that they have a YouTube, here's my Suki. So yeah, it's very interesting. That's not the reason I watch them. They have a really good channel. They have really beautiful cows. And they have great content. They just happen to be black. So, hi Miss Lilith. Hey baby girl. So yeah, if you get a chance, head on over to Pride Ranch and tell them Piper Doug sent you. Like I said, they have great content, and I don't know the guy's name, but they're very good at like talking through what they're doing, like why the certain injections that they're using, like antibiotics or the different vaccines that they're using. He goes through really in depth and why, and their breeding programs, and then when they bring in, because they just brought in a couple of cows, so they're trying to bring in some new genetics. Or Snuffy, Miss Felicia, you guys all down here? Because I'm supposed to wait till tomorrow to move them. Hey Snuffy, but I might just move them today. Like, they've got lots here, but if you look at the difference between here and there, I'm just going to take a walk up here to see if it's like this overall, because they do head up to the top for the evening, and I just want to make sure, like, if there's still lots up here, I'll make them wait another day. But I think it's pretty even. Like I said, you look there, this is what we want. We want a lot of litter. Yes, there is a lot of stuff here from bale grazing, but we don't want the ground to be exposed. For those from other parts of the world, when you expose the ground and then we get to July, August, and we hit those 100-degree days, your grass will never come back. It will never be able to get over the rate of what do you call it? Words are hard, okay. Yeah, they'll never be able to get over the rate of the moisture evaporating. When it comes down, it won't stay around long enough for you to create a whole new mat. Big hole in the ground. So, no, it looks pretty even. Like I said, this is their nest. You notice? Completely flat bare. This seems to be where they go at night because it's safe. So yeah, this looks good to me. I think they're good to move. Like I said, we've got lots ahead of them and it's still growing, so there'll be plenty, so I think we'll move them. Anyway, before I finish off, get on over to Pride Ranch. Like I said, tell them Piper Doug sent you. It might be your thing, might not be your thing. Give it a shot, give it a watch. Like I said, Brangus, I would buy a couple of heifers if I could, because they're so interesting. And they seem like very good-mannered animals. What the heck? There's a sapling growing out here. Plus, I had people ask me if we pasture top after the cows have moved. We don't, because we've always found it just sort of comes back of itself. But what I might do if I have time for y'all, I might come out and cut half the field high with the disc vine to get rid of these shoots, because like I was saying, it will come back of its own accord. So anyway, that's, oh my gosh, 8 minutes, sorry about that. Okay, let's go move them. Now you see your fence is working. It's burning the grass. Come on, babies. And then you poop right on the fresh grass. Really? Really? 124 goes. Hey, sweetie patooties. Is that the Dippin' Dot on the wrong side of the fence? Jeepers. Come on, Mama! I think that's Suki. She was feeding our cab. So yeah, this is 2 paddocks. So this should be 2 weeks. See, technically, number 2, they only got the paddock. They didn't get the front lot, which is this part. They only got part of it because they don't have that set up yet. The actual lot for number 2 goes all the way to the fence into number 1, but we didn't give them that because then they would be corner to corner with the Golden Girls, and I didn't want the Golden Girls standing hollering at the back of the house the whole time. But 3 and 4 have both lots, front lots to them, so this is fully 2 weeks of grazing here. So then that'll take us almost to the middle of July, should be around about, and then the next 2 will take us almost to the end of July. So then when we get to 5 and 6, we will then give them 5 and 6 and the ravine, because once they're in 5 and 6 we don't want them coming back for water. Dottie, come on, darling. We don't want them coming all the way back here for water. That's just ridiculous walking. Plus, we want them off a pipeline as quick as possible because we're paying for it. So once they're on 5 and 6, we'll put them into the ravine. Then they'll have 3 new grazings. So technically, they should be good till we come back from Scotland. But neighbour man will have words to run them into South Ravine if he needs to. Is this her ladyship? Hey, Mrs. Girl. Squirtsy squirtsers. Hi, darling. Anyway, this video is going to be 5 hours long. See, she looks like a Brangus. Big floppy ears. Ah, okay. They're disappearing again. Brilliant. So that's how this works. Yeah, I know, I probably should color code my gates. That gate's not supposed to be there. See, trip you out doing this. That gate's not supposed to be there because that gate's filling a hole from that tree smashing the fence. But it'd be nice to have 3 red gates here. Anyway, there's my OCD talking about that. My OCD's just showed up. So yeah, we just flip that gate round. That gate swings over to there and hooks to this one. So yeah, that was the nice thing about this little triangle. I figured out where that post should be to make this into a triangle, to have these three gateways function as one, and then I just ran that fence over to meet it to split these up because it's kind of wonky. You can't run grazing going this direction. I found that out last year, because no matter how hard you try, you will get a few cows and a lot of calves that want to follow the cows down the wrong side of the fence and stand down there and holler, and you have to chase them up. But this works perfectly. The one thing that I don't like about these gates, and it's not so much the gates, it's actually the hinges that come with them, is you need to drill a hole in these and put a split pin in, because we found out the hard way, they can lift the gates up off the hinges if they're trying to get grass underneath. That's why I've made a little sort of a security wire here. One of the repairs to do before they come back to the yard at the end of the year, so remind me of that, everybody, is I need to replace this post, because the whole post is just, it's not big enough. It's actually only maybe a 6-foot post, so it's only like 2 feet in the ground. This needs to be an 8-footer by 4 to 5 inch, because this hinge pulled all the way out right out of the post. So remind me of that, everybody. Okay, these guys are happy. Mint. So we're down at the south end of the section now. It's dip-de-doo time. Yeah, cows are moved. Headlands are cut on 2 fields. Yeah, I'm not cutting another field just now. They upped the chance of thunderstorms tomorrow, so just having these 2 fields, it's not a big deal. Like, I can bring out the old bar rake and flip these ones. It's not a huge deal, but it's funny, I got looking at something, and then apparently, if you want to know if you have signs of bear in your country and your location, and we know we have one right over there in that bush over there, this is the signs of a bear, apparently. Yeah, so if they can't climb over it, they'll waddle their butts through it. So basically, tried to go over it, got the top wire wrapped up in the next wire, and then decided to climb through it and got the 3rd wire wrapped up on the top 2 wires. I don't see any hair stuck anywhere, but no, I can't see anything sticking out, and there's can't see any tracks. I wouldn't even know what I'm looking for. But yeah, outside of a moose, which means the fence would just be gone. There would be no fence left here because they just walk through it till it breaks. So yeah, that's fun. Gotta untangle that mess. Okay, we're jumping around today. Jump up, and get down. So, alleyway taken apart. Split pen taken apart. Bale feeders removed. Big split between mid and east. Yeah, east. So that is out of the way. That bale feeder is moved. That bale feeder is moved. What's going on, Piper Doug? Why the heckamatic? Well, side note, the thunderstorm that was booked for today, they got the wrong address, I think. So, tiny shower this morning didn't lead to a whole heck of a lot of anything. So, we might get back to cutting more hay. But, something showed up. Dun dun dun! Piper Doug bought a track hoe! Man! No, I didn't. No. The keen-eyed will know that's Max's digger, as we say in Scotland. That's a digger. That there. Oh, I better zoom out. So, what are we doing? Well, we are getting panels, bale feeders, and gates out of the way for Max. So, thanks to Mrs. Piper Doug and Daddy Piper Doug, that is the extent of put piling Piper Doug will do. I will be spreading it, and I will be cleaning the corrals up at the end, depending on how good of a job Max does. Outside of that, Max is going to pile. So, I am just getting everything out of the way so Max doesn't get slowed down by anything. I don't know why they're all down here. Weird. Why they're all down here instead of out in that long grass. Maybe there's snakes. So I'm just moving stuff out of the way so Max doesn't waste time. I'm waiting for him to come back. He had to run and get diesel. Because I think what he said, he keeps the track hoe either on site or at his place. And that way he didn't have to run all the way back to Cochrane's stock farms and gravel and whatever else it is those boys are up to. Big shout out to those guys. So, he's running back to go get his truck, fill it up with diesel, motion potion. And he'll be back, and then I can let him in the end of the red barn there, the big Mrs. Piper Duck gate. I'm going to let him in through the pasture and then in through that gate. He can pile that one and then work his way out with all of this good stuff. I just got to move these last panels. kind of in the way. I don't know where to put them now, because I need that cleaned up too. Maybe. Yeah. I'm pretty sure Max can move those with the bucket and thumb. When he's cleaned out enough, he can move them into position where he wants them. So I'm gonna leave that to him. So I am gonna get about my day. He should be back soon, and we'll get a video of this. Mum and Dora. Absolute stunners. And there's Chewy. Hey, Chewy. Hey, babies. I don't know why they're all down here, set up in the field, but water shop, I suppose. What's a water run? Hi, Chewy. Hi, Chewy. Let the girls back into that side. Big storms around. So, we have not done this pen yet. How's that for a pile? Oh my gosh. Jeepers. Maximilian, buddy. So he's got number 1 done. Big. I need to tell him to get that one, or maybe I could just do that one myself. Yeah, so he hasn't done any of the other big ones yet. So I need to get in here and move these panels up round. That way that I can let those girls in for water in that pen. Alright, got her nice good. Didn't need to worry about this part. And just get everything done except the alleyway here. Good enough. Tickety-boo. Nice. Okay, let's get going. Look at those for storm cells. Man, oh man, if you're under that, I am sorry. Golly. No, thank you. Oh, pardon me. Yeah, I still have access to that paddock over there, but you're not in it. Nice, all stretched out like that. Hi, Eddie. They're happy. Today, Satan, not today. Yeah, it'll shrink down. That's the thing, it will shrink down. At least that'll let us get these trees. We're gonna cut the top half off them before they start coming down. Cut them off like about there. It still gives shelter, plus they're actually technically part of the corral, so yeah, they're trying to figure out what the heck just happened in here. So, he reached in as far as he could. So the back half of the corrals, these shelters are still to do, but there's a lot of moisture coming out of the bedding. It's funny because people were saying on YouTube, other channels saying about how they've had less than a couple inches of rain all of June. Pastures are burning up and the crops don't look so good. I was going back over our records. We've had less than an inch in June. Yeah, we had a 1/2 inch, and we've had 2 little showers that barely added up to a 1/4 inch each. So, well, he's done a cracking job. Piled it nice and high too, because the higher you can pile it, the better of a core you make for heating. That way it really starts to compost. Compostables. Yeah, like I said, I didn't get those panels moved, but I can clean that up when I'm in there with a skid steer. So that's nice. So he basically done in just over a day, like a full day's work, if you counted that, because he wasn't here till mid-afternoon. Water's up. You can really see where some of the spots are. I need to get filled in with shale, and got to get this lagoon pumped out. It's one of the big jobs too. So we got to fill this in with shale, fill that in with shale, because that's where we want fluid to come to. So, looks good. Nice job, Max. He's coming back to get it on Monday. Okay, gonna finish setting up the bale monitor in the new tractor, because the AC is still an issue on that blue tractor. So the boss lady said, well, we have this tractor, we also have loader tractors for loading bales, why not put this tractor on the baler, because it's got wide stance wheels for the swath. So give her. So I'm gonna go do crop checking. Trying to find a big fleshy part. Yeah, still green as anything underneath. But on top, she's sure wilting down on top. And then wherever you get grass, she's ready. That's a problem with alfalfa. It does take way longer to cure down. Yeah, like underneath, it's like it was cut an hour ago. So, we might hit this with the rake before we start cutting internals. Yeah, I think we're definitely going to be cutting this field first. Way bigger than the other one. I'm embracing the world of the V-rake. I've never used the V-rake on a first cut. Now, first cut is about 10-15% lighter than normal, but like I said in the previous clip, we've had less than an inch of rain this month so far, so we're gonna make the most out of this cut. Because there's smoke a lot worse off than we are. Probably shouldn't be raking in the middle of the afternoon, but I need to rake these headlands to get cutting the rest of the field. Because if you don't rake at least the first set of headlands around the crop away, when you enter the row with a disc vine, it actually throws the fresh cut stuff onto the headland. So, okay, I'm gonna keep going. And my babies. Up behind the trees there in the planted all these trees. Now they're helping us raise our girls. That dump truck. The only downside to these trees is they're not canopy trees. They're sort of wall trees. They grow vertically. They're Assiniboine poplars. Now, if I had planted a bunch of basswood, now they would be canopy trees. I've planted some in the paddock though. Happy girls. And there's the difference. So they've been in there for half a week. And then they come off of that. As you can see, it's not eaten down. It's clipped. But there's plenty there. So, fingers crossed when we get our next rain, this should bounce back really strong. And then you get this, no use yet. Like I said, we've had hardly any rain, but this is where this style of farming really pays dividends. is why I like a dust vine more than a hay vine. I think it's fair to say, if you can make it out from the camera, see up here, we are well past, I think, 90% flowered. Now look right here. Everything's flowered now. Which is weird considering it's not even Canada Day yet, but it's time to take her down. You just go that way. You stay up there. Nothing on the forecast. Critters. It's parking my big ride-on lawnmower and my big beautiful approach. These critters are back in the #1 paddock. Here's a little chancher. Little beast. So yeah, we got 2 big tote bags. It almost looks like it's smoke. The tall skinny one. Huh. So yeah, we got 2 big bags, 2 big tote bags coming of creep feed for these guys. So hopefully the 3 bottle babies, or the 3 orphans, will start eating more and take the pressure off the moms. And then we'll try and find a way to get somewhere to feed the 5 on the golden girls, because that would help take the pressure off of the old, pardon me, the old broads too. Isn't that funny? So must be something to do with weather moving up there at Country Fest. Yeah, it did cool off quite a bit, but fingers crossed now I got all that raking done, eh? Never you mind, Mother Nature. Oh, there's a jelly plane. Anyway, thanks for watching. I can see we're fully into haying 2025. Got the monitor installed in the new tractor, so Big Blue is going to be parked for now until we know better. Either get him over to Jody's and get them to go over it, get the AC fixed, and get the power steering pump is kind of on its way out, I think. He's a little panda girl. Hey wee darling. There's a few odds and bods in it to get fixed, but we'll run the new John Deere on the baler for now, and I'll go from there. Cheapers. It's one thing y'all never told me about these V-rakes. You are going to be constantly fixing these tines. There's another one. It's like there's one broken. Oh, there's 2 broken on that wheel there. Good golly. Have to go and get a whole box of them. It's a good job for one of the kids, maybe. Anyway, hopefully you'll come back and visit us again here at the Shire. And hopefully we get a nice good long spell of weather and we can get this hay wrapped up, and then we'll get a nice pile of rain. 'Cause, like I said, in the whole of June, we've just had barely an inch of rain. So things are going to start hurting here before long, but thankfully we haven't been crazy hot yet, but it's on its way. So anyway, we'll see you in the next video, everybody. Join in the comment section. Teddy bye.